Hey guys, sorry it's so dark in here. The lighting isn't exactly what you would call the best. So, um, I was supposed to be released on the 10th. If I had done so, I might have been able to actually catch up some of my bills, which of course is my main worry right now, especially as it just turned the 1st. And I still owe 1,500 from last month, and I'm going to owe 1,500 this month, and in approximately 3 days time I owe 400 for my car. um don't know exactly how I'm going to find my way around this one. I thought about calling the bank and going, can I get a $5,000 loan? And then I thought about how hard they would laugh. So, I was supposed to be released on the 10th, but like it's a huge month, and there aren't that many people. It's more of a union-based company, so it's kind of small. They need all the help they can get, and it's a really, really big month, and they were preparing for it, and there was just a lot of people that passed our exams and got through all this, so it was one of those where I just kind of slipped through the cracks. There was also the fact that, because it was coming on the date and they didn't think that they could do it, I was like, I could use a little more time. I mean, that probably wouldn't hurt me at all. I didn't mean another 20 days, almost 3 weeks of time, but that's what wound up happening. So today, technically, at 1:45, in the afternoon, I'm supposed to be on pre-release. Now, a lot of the problem is a lot of our stuff we do virtually. We have to do it via Zoom. We used to go to people's houses, or they'd come into the office or whatever, and uh, uh, we would do our presentations then for the union. But last 2 weeks, and my coach, basically my supervisor, she was like, because literally I have gotten ghosted more the last 2 weeks. Just nobody was picking up, and she was like, this has just got to be my leads. I mean, I've had some of these for so long, it's just got to be my leads. So if I didn't get ghosted, I managed to sit down with two or three of them. The first one was a flipping disaster. I will say that. The first one was a raging disaster. I did that one on the 13th. It was terrible. I cringe thinking about it now, which tells you how far I've come, because I'm doing so much better now. I took one look at that and went, wow. But there are people who are maybe not as advanced as me that if they're already out. They're already out and about. There are people who are newer than I am who've already been released. So it's just one of those, it's a combination of factors. Not only were they getting geared up for the month of October, but they were, I fell through the cracks, and then I decided to use that to get in a bit, more time to study and do what it is I need to do. And just this bad circumstances of the people that we're trying to get in contact with, who've asked us to contact them, have either ghosted us, found something else to do, or I got through about 3 of them only halfway, only to find out they didn't even really qualify for what we were offering. We do life insurance, so you have to qualify for that. I'm a licensed representative. So it has been a wee bit of a nightmare. So for the last 2 weeks, I have flickered between despondent and not, especially when I've got, approximately 3,500 staring down the barrel. Now, this is one of those where you can make that kind of money easily in like 2 days. If if you get the right people and you talk to the right people and this, that, and the other, and you get them the help they need, and you get them signed on and there's no issues, you can easily make that. But I'm not going to be released until tomorrow. And let's just say I really wish that they had released another stimulus, a round of stimulus right about now, because that would literally take care of everything while I wait for my husband's work to catch up. So, bad news aside, I'm being pre-released tomorrow, which means that basically they're vetting me. Like I said, there's a couple of people out there who probably aren't as advanced as me, and they're doing pretty well, so I don't really foresee too much of a problem. I think half of it too is that it just got brought to notice because we do a lot of Zoom meetings. They have a big one so that everybody can learn off of different presentations. A lot of the big boys can be right there so they can see you, so that they can help out if need be. Now, it's a bit of a problem for me. I don't have 2 or 3 devices where I can have Zoom going on over here and be doing a presentation over here. And that's something that I actually plan to fix once I actually get some money underneath my belt and get bills paid. I actually plan to get like a little Chromebook or something so that I can have Zoom going on in the background so I can get any help with anything that I missed, and I can help teach other people. So that would be rather cool. I also plan to get a separate work phone because yeah, using my regular phone it doesn't work. But that's once I get up off the ground. But I think it pretty much jolted them because for the last week, I've had 3 of the people who've been around for a while and are really, really good. And they've been like, so what's going on with you? I haven't, we have like this little group chat thing where everybody lists what it is they're doing. And they're like, I haven't seen you on there. So what's going on? And I've had to explain to all 3 of these guys who are in the upper echelons who know me because, well, I get up on Zoom and I'm me, and I guess that attracts attention or something. And they're like, so you're positive, you've got a lot of energy. I can't wait to see you crush it, but I haven't seen anything from you. What's going on? And I've had to explain to them I haven't been released yet. And they're like, what? Are you serious? The biggest month is coming up and you're not released. What's going on? Did you need to work, on your presentation more? I mean, and I'm like, no, it's, that's not it at all. I did get extra time to do that. So, I'm a little bit more comfortable. I'm not 100%. I don't think I ever will be. At least at this point, it doesn't seem like it. I'm like, but I've got enough of it down. I just, I've been ghosted, 2 weeks of nothing panning out. And, and then I still haven't done the tests. And they're like, oh, well, you haven't completed one of them. You've gotten one done, right? And it's like, no. So literally that happened on Monday. The third one came in and was like, what the heck is going on? I mean, out in front of everybody. And we're talking about 50, 60 people. And he's like, what's happening? What's going on? How come? And so I had like a little mini conversation with him. I'm like, it's not a big deal, but this is what's happening. And he was like, seriously? He was like, look. We've got this huge contest going on this month, trying to encourage everybody to jump in on the game and have a good time. And I already heard you're going to try to go for Gold Club. So I made a joke of, oh yeah, I'm also, eyeing the Jeep that they're giving away for Chairman's Month, because that's what this is. And he was like, yeah, get it. And I was like, well, first I have to be released, don't I? Literally not but 30 minutes after that, I was in one of my training classes, which they do, consistently to make sure everybody's refreshed and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I got moved to advanced training. And I'm like, I'm in the wrong room. I'm used to being in that room. That's the room I've been in for like a month and a half. That's where I'm supposed to be. And they were like, no, this is advanced training. You're good. Now, but 15 minutes after that, I'm receiving a text from my coach going, on October 1st, you were in pre-release. So I'm like, okay. And she's like, it's with this guy who is like, 2 or 3 levels above her. And I'm like, oh boy. So, like, I'm completely terrified, completely nervous, but at the same time, I've got to pay my bills. So, I'm getting released. Hopefully, I can keep the creditors off of me long enough to make some money. If not, I'll probably be trying to do this, as I joked to somebody, out of a cardboard box. Because if the bank has it its way, I won't have a car if I go to get kicked out this time. Oh my gosh. So keep your fingers crossed for me on that. Hopefully I get released tomorrow and I can go out and crush it like everybody expects me to. Hubby's prospects for work have gotten better. I mean, they were shaky there for a while. He went and signed on like literally 2 different temp agencies. So one would give him work for 2 or 3 days, and then the next week one would give him work for another 2 or 3 days, and then he worked at this place for a week, and then went back to that place for a day or two, and I'm like, this just isn't working. So a job that we thought was long gone, I mean, and it's for the same temp company he's working at right now. The lady who was overseeing that job's like, are you still interested in this? And he was like, yeah, I'm still interested in that. I didn't know that was still offered. And it turns out they have 2 or 3 shifts, so he might even be able to work graveyard. So he's in the line for that. He just has to do a drug test or something like that on Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Plus, he's got another job, this carpentry company that I put in for like 3-4 weeks ago. Well, they've been playing email tag with him for like the last week and a half. And they finally today was like, they sent in an email going, has anybody called you yet? And I monitor all of his emails because he's really bad about not doing it. So I was like, no, nobody's contacted me. So they contacted him. And they want him to come in. So basically Monday and Tuesday, he's probably like the first half of the morning, he's not going into this temp job, which we don't even know how long it's going to be. But they're rather flexible because they realize they don't have a whole lot of work, and they're giving them what they can, what they have. So he's probably like the first hour or two isn't even going to be there for them. So he's going to have to let them know that while he applies literally for 2 other jobs that make more, and that will get us on better footing. He and I have had to come to an agreement because my job has such odd hours, and I've always hated second shift because of this. But it literally eats into the time where I would normally be spending with people. Well, I get to spend some time with the kids in the morning, and then when the kiddos are going to bed, and before he goes to bed, I get to spend some time with him at night. Awesome. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's a win, but I still miss spending the overall amount of time that I normally do with my family. I mean, this is like 12 to 9 that I'm working. And sometimes, we do like water cooler stuff at like 11:30. And sometimes it can spill over into like 10 o'clock at night before I even get done. I mean, it's a work at home job, but... So, he and I have come to an agreement. He kind of put his foot down because my schedule's been so erratic. I'm like, been breathing this like 24/7, like 6 weeks. As you guys already know, because I'll be damned if I can actually hop up on here and answer damn comments. So I've been doing this like 24/7 practically in my sleep, and he was like, okay, that's enough. You need to be on a schedule. So on Monday, I scheduled myself out where literally I take at least 45 minutes, to go ahead, fix dinner, do whatever it is I gotta do, and take a breather. And I try to do this before 6, 7, 8, 9, because that's the time when you can actually catch people at home. And I told him, I'm like, this month it's going to be 6 days. It's going to be 6 days a week. I mean, it's going to be 6 days a week. I'm like, it's push month. It's, it's a big month for the company. That's what I'm going to be doing. He was like, if I get this other job and it's 3rd shift, he was like, I might be working at this other place for a couple of hours, before coming home. And I was like, okay, we've each got about a month. Okay, if we survive in this place that long, we've each got about a month. But after that, we're going to have to, like, calm down. We should be able to have enough shored up, hopefully, by that time. Hopefully, we have everything paid and we're all caught up. And then we can afford to, cut back a little bit. But I'm going to try to get it to where I'm only doing, like, maybe 5 days a week. And then he's doing his 5 days a week. And I've already pretty much included the weekends. I mean, I already know that most likely I'm going to be working at least one, Saturday at least, because Saturday's like a really big day when you can catch everybody at home. So I'm hoping that one or two of these jobs freaking pans out for him, because he needs something steady and he's just sick of temp work, and eventually these places will hire him on. One of them, I don't know how long it lasts. I think it's like a 6-month thing, but I'm hoping they keep him longer. It's about time. And for me, I have been doing this literally since July. At the ass end of July, I got hired on, like July 23rd. They asked me to do this, and I spent like a month studying and cramming and finally passed my exam. So it's been almost 2 months. Yeah, it's been about 2 months since I've been hired, 2 months some change. And I spent like literally the last 6 weeks waiting. I mean, studying, doing everything I'm supposed to do, and I've just been in limbo. And we literally tapped out of everything at the end of August. So, the end of August, yeah. We paid all of our bills, but we've been floating along since then as best as we can, trying to survive on what we've got, and it hasn't been a lot. So this is super big opportunities. I'm really hoping that I do get released and I can run out there and help save our butts, which would give my husband's jobs enough time to catch up, because he worked a full week this week. He only worked 2 or 3 days last week, so the check is going to be miserable. But he's working a full week this week, and then pretty much a full week next week, and crossing our fingers for these other 2 jobs. So, like I said, I'm stressed out, so I have definitely let people know, because they're like, oh, you're so positive and you're so happy and upbeat, and I'm like, you guys have no idea how stressed out I am. I am like 2 months behind on everything. I am completely tapped out, I am stressed out, and I need to be able to get all this done, or else, I'm going to be in some shit. Like I said, I seriously thought about calling the bank going, can I get a $5,000 loan? And then I imagined laughter and, and somebody cutting the phone line, and I was done with that. Oh, so that is what is going on. No, I still haven't gotten to comments, and I'm just completely beside myself, because literally I was like, I moved into a place, I have more time, yes, I can actually catch up with things, and it just has not worked out at all the way I have wanted it to, as I breathed this for 24/7, and then spent the last 2 weeks with my stomach in knots and stressed out and sweating, because, I mean, I'm ready, and I've been ready, been trying for 2 weeks, and nothing's been panning out. And of course, my confidence levels, which you guys already know, are in the toilet. I mean, my poor coach has had to figure this out, that my confidence levels are absolute crap. And she was like, I don't get it. I mean, I've made mistakes, and she's had to, hey, throttle back a bit, watch this, and this. Stop saying this, quit apologizing so much, and, stop saying thank you so much. We are here providing a service. They are not doing us a favor. We are there to help them as they requested. So this is not, this is not sales for heaven's sake. So, keep it cool. So a couple times she's had to like slap my nose and like, haul me back, but she does not understand my lack of confidence. Of course, my husband's like, what is the problem? And like I said, I've had like 3 of the upper echelon go, what is going on? How come I'm not seeing anything being generated by you? I mean, even the company sent me something going, we notice your production is down. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't been released. So, tons and tons and tons of stress, but I know if I can make it past this 1 to 2 week marker, hopefully by the time my birthday chimes in when I hit 43 on the 21st, I will not be living out of a cardboard box trying to do this. And I will be as successful as I need to be and be able to shore myself up and shore the kids up and get whole loads of stuff paid off and be able to salt some stuff away. Of course, after a certain point, anything I make, like half of it's going straight into a separate bank account so I can pay taxes because independent contractor. But just keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. Keep those good thoughts and keep that good luck coming. I really, really need it right now. So I super appreciate it. I don't know when I'm going to be able to answer comments, so it is so terrible. I literally have 2 posts where I have to answer comments. I have 2 comments to 2 different fictions that I need to respond to. I have 2 comments that were left in my, in my personal inbox that I really need to answer. Don't think that I haven't read them obsessively and daydreamed about actually answering them, but I'm reading them when I'm not supposed to. Because I'm supposed to be working and making phone calls and things like that. I'm reading them then and going, I really need to answer this. So be patient with me a while longer, guys. I will keep you in the loop as best as I can. Just keep your fingers crossed for me tomorrow. Keep your fingers crossed for the next week that hopefully I can crush it and I can pay my bills, which would be nice. Or get that loan that I can pay off immediately within 2 weeks' time. That would be lovely too. So just keep those fingers crossed for me, guys. Keep the positive vibes coming. I swear to God, one of these days, I will not come up on here and complain incessantly. And I will come up on here and I will squee, and maybe I'll even be able to write fiction again, because that would be marvelous and awesome. I have tossed that idea around, daydreaming again when I'm not supposed to. But one day I shall be back and in full force, and let's just all hope that day is very soon, because I miss you guys like mad. So until the next time I am able to rip myself away from what I've been doing and update, know that I do think of you all constantly. I love you all, and I hope to see you soon, and hopefully with good news, because that would be nice, right? We had to come on with good news. By the way, big thanks to T and to FN. You know who you are, dear. Big thanks to T for the help. As always, the eBay thing that you've set up too has really super helped out. They did once again do that weird thing where they charged me like 21 bucks. It was weird. I was like, whatever, and just like kept 21 in there. But that has helped out a lot. The help that you gave me, well, that was a good grocery run. So that helped out so much. FN, I look forward to your letter. I'm really hoping to hear from you. I miss you guys. Okay, so I will go ahead and I will cut this off before it hits that 30-minute mark, as it always wants to do whenever I do these. Just know that I love you guys. I am always thinking of you, and I will be answering soon and hopefully writing soon. I just can't say when. But fingers crossed. Lots of love to you all. I'm sending out all the positive energy. And one day I shall know what all is going on with each and every one of you. But until then, take good care of yourselves. Take good care of each other, and know that I love you.